Hey guys, Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is new comic book day for the week of March 11th. We're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by shirts, because buy one.
You could use a new shirt. Hey guys, Tim from Capes and Scowls, and this very YouTube channel. How are you? Doesn't matter because I don't care. But let's talk about the trades that have come out this week. We have Pretty Violent. We reviewed issue 1. It was pretty fun. Had a Ryan Ottley variant cover I loved. We have Dawn of X, Volume 3. I kind of hate this. I kind of hate the all issue 3. Like, I get it, but just long term it's going to confuse people and it's dumb and I hate it. But maybe I'm just an old man. I don't know. Machine Gun Wizards. This was called Tommy Gun Wizards, Patrick told me. And I don't know why the name changed, but name change. So if you're confused, it was Tommy Gun Wizards. We got Roku. You plug it into your TV and then you get stuff. It's cool. That's not what it is. Fantastic Four, Volume 4. That's Dan Slott, so... Mark Waid's History of the Marvel Universe. This big old book. You couldn't kill a man with it. It's too floppy. But you could definitely distract a man with it, I guess. That's weird. Metal Hurlant. Selected Works. This is a humanoids book, and it just looks awesome, to be honest with you. We have Disney Princesses. We have DC Superhero Girls. Powerless. We have All My Friends Are Ghosts. Just sounds like a new Netflix movie, doesn't it? We have The Sunken Tower. This looks kind of neat. A more younger geared D&D style book. Just can't win. We have DC Superhero Adventure Superman, which looks like the old cartoon from the 90s. We have Unbeatable Squirrel Girl Volume 12. This was actually last week. I think Superman was as well. We were missing these. And last but certainly not least, No One Left to Fight. This book was fantastic. If you love Dragon Ball Z, you have to read this. It's like the law.
First up, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue number 41. We have Ryan Ottley. He's back in art. We don't know for how long, so we're going to enjoy it while it lasts. But Nick Spencer's kind of taken a page out of what's his face's? Why I can't remember his name all of a sudden. Walking Dead guy. Kirkman. Yeah, Kirkman. One thing he does a lot on Invincible that I loved is that he'll pull stuff and he'll bring like a quiet idea like in issue 2 of something, and he won't touch it until like issue 41. And we finally figured out why Mayor Fisk wants Boomerang. And it's actually kind of interesting, and it's fun. And it's always something great that Spencer has been doing through his run on Spider-Man. I hope he keeps that up, because that makes it fun for me. Give it a try.
All right, first up for me, we got Marvel Snapshot Submariner. Oh my goodness. This was okay. This is a story back in the day of the all-winners kind of team, with Namor being really PO'd about war and just kind of coming off like a complete a-hole. But it's not unfounded. They talk a little bit about war and how you come back from war, a little less than you left, and just emotional, kind of how you feel. I did not hate this, but I just feel like Zdarsky did a better job in The Invaders, you know? But this was fun. This was okay. It's not bad. There's a giant Nazi shark guy. You like giant? No, that's weird. It's a fun book. You should read it. It's not terrible. If you got a couple bucks to spare. I'm not selling this very well, am I?
Next up, we have Stealth. This is kind of an interesting book. We have this character in Detroit taking out the trash and being a vigilante, but there's a huge twist. And as much as I want to tell you, this twist really changes the entire perspective of the issue and of the series going forward. And it's a twist that really doesn't get taken. It's not really something that we have dealt with in the past. And it's very interesting because it calls into question everything that you've read up till the last 2 or 3 pages of the book. This is a very interesting book, and I'm really interested to see how the rest of this goes. You should pick it up.
All right, next one I read because Paul told me I had to, so...
I didn't tell you you had to.
He said, you have to or you're off the show, and I said, fine, I'm off the show, and he was like, no, I need you, please come back, and he begged, and he cried. There was some whimpering. And I said, all right, buddy, I'll come back. I am nothing if not compassionate. Anyways, I read Cable, and it's okay. It's young Cable. Nobody likes young Cable. Everybody likes old man grumpy Cable, if you like Cable at all, which I don't. So why did I read this? Well, why not? It's Jerry Dugan and Phil Noto. And Phil Noto, I think he did a really good job on the art. I love that Silver Samurai is like a main thing in the beginning here. I'm not an X guy, but the story of this is fine. It makes sense. It sets up a bunch of things. I can't complain about that. I really wish Marvel still had Rom the Space Knight, because I think Rom the Space Knight would have made an appearance if they did, because there's a character that is essentially Rom the Space Knight, and that makes Old Man Tim inside here very happy, because Rom was just a big, dumb robot guy. And who doesn't love big, dumb robot guys? You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm not telling you a lot about this issue. Cable's young and he's annoying. And if you like young, annoying Cable, who's fucking young and annoying, here you go.
And my pick of the week is Decorum by Hickman. It's a thick book. Hickman information dumps a lot, and there is a ton of information that I don't think could really be conveyed other than an information dump. And normally I'm not a fan of that, but I really liked his style in House of X, and it kind of continues like that, where you'll get a few pages of story, and then you'll get these huge information dumps of kind of filling in the blanks of what was going on, because I mean, you really can't do it in another way. But you have this fantastical new galaxy and universe where it's kind of, I mean, it's along the lines of Firefly, where you have this group of planets that are kind of federated together, and then you have another group of planets that are autonomous in their benevolency. So if you're reading Powers of X, for example, it's very much like the 1,000 years after X mixed in with Firefly. And this kind of focuses on this courier trying to get something to this next planet, and an assassin who is kind of a badass. It's kind of hard to review this book because, like I said, there's so much information that goes through. But once you get all that information, it's a very interesting read. And once you get through there, the art styling, the paneling layouts are very, very different. And that all adds to kind of how this book is taken. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully not every book is going to be this thick. But otherwise, it's still a great read. So you should pick it up.
All right, time for my pick of the week. And Paul, what do you think it is?
I have no idea.
I'll give you a hint. I read all Marvel books. Wasn't planned, but I did. I read like all of one thing.
I don't really always do that.
Always. So, yep. So what do you think?
Liar.
I'm not even listening to you. What do you think it is?
Idea.
No idea. It's Star Wars Bounty Hunters. Because who doesn't love bounty hunters? This story was super sweet, actually. Ethan Sachs. Ethan? Is your name Ethan? It is. I remember the thing. And Apollo, Villanella. I can't pronounce anyone's names, but you're all great. This was a cool story where you go and you're in the past initially, and you see a bounty go wrong, and it affects all of your main characters here: Boba Fett, Bosk. What's this guy's name again? Valen. I don't know. That guy from the end of the Star Wars run in the 70s that they brought back, which I think is kind of cool, actually. But basically, there's something from the past that comes, and they all are like gonna drop everything and try to collect this new bounty, and they don't really get along, and it is going to be very interesting going forward. It's a ton of setup, but it's really good setup. It's really captivating, and I was pumped. Every time I pick up a Star Wars book, I really enjoy what they're doing as far as world building and tying it into the movies. This will take place after Empire Strikes Back. And this just seems fun. And you don't get enough Bosk. Now, where's Dengar? Because we need Dengar, because he looks like he's wrapped in toilet paper. He's the best bounty hunter ever. All right. Glad you made it to the end of the video. We don't really have anything to promote other than washing your hands and being excellent to each other. As of now, AwesomeCon has just made an announcement that they are still going to keep the con on as scheduled. So we'll be there, Paul and I. If you want to meet up with us and tell us how great we are in person, we love that thing. Paul is a absolute glutton for compliments. He is the happy guy all the time. And if you're just like, Paul, I really enjoy your work, he'll cry, right? Big sloppy tears right there on your shoulder.
I'm pretty sure he will.
I'm pretty sure he will. Guaranteed. So if you need that in your life, where you're like, I just wish I could make a grown man cry with such joy, instead of all the hate that you make grown men cry, do it. It would be cool, and I'll be there, and I'll be like, Paul. That's what I do. And I don't know, we can go get a milkshake. What do you think? You want to get a milkshake? I would like a milkshake.
Now I want a milkshake.
You want a milkshake?
I do now.
I don't care about you, Paul. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.